Red pill advice, it can be good, but it's the surface level shit if we're gonna be honest. Like, take care of yourself, have a backbone, and don't take any bullshit from people. Understand that it's understand that all people are capable of stabbing you in the back and betraying you. Understand that when any woman is capable of cheating on you, any of your homeboys are capable of backdooring you or stabbing you in the back or betraying you. But also, some of that same advice, red pill advice, also attracts toxic women, the exact kind of women you wouldn't want in your life. And it makes you an insufferable person if you're one of these people who dives super deep into this shit and damn near makes it your entire, like, personality, life. Like, you allow this shit to completely, like, overtake your mind. I've got my own issues with red pill and all those other pill colors. It's a video for a completely separate day and honestly even a completely separate channel. But anyway, overall, that red pill shit will turn you into an insufferable and weird person. You go around talking like fucking Myron Gaines in real life to a girl. She is not gonna like that shit. She's gonna be absolutely repulsed by that shit. You get on here talking like you hear these dudes talking these fucking podcasts. You aren't gonna get the girl that you actually want to get. You're just gonna get the exact type of woman who you hear these people complain about in these podcasts or who you see get guested on these podcasts. Look, man, a lot of these guys are grifters at the end of the day. Like, a lot of those red pill guys are grifters at the end of the day. There's a reason why, like, whenever they post podcasts, they continuously bring on women who are examples of, like, the kind of shit that they talk about in women. They don't ever bring on women who are the exact opposite of that. They bring on women who match these descriptions of like OnlyFans girls or girls who sleep around and have sex with just any other old guy, like 304s is what they call them. They bring only those kinds of women on their podcast. So if you're someone who's young and inexperienced, you're going to think those are the only kind of women that are out there. And that's going to taint your view of women and, again, make you an insufferable person to be around. So when it comes to being normal, yes, throw that toxic masculinity shit out the window. Toxic masculinity is real, but masculinity in itself is not toxic. Masculinity in itself can be healthy, but toxic masculinity harms both men and women. This is the damn truth. Toxic masculinity that tells you to bottle up your feelings and that feeling your emotions as a man is weak, and that's something that you shouldn't do, and it's something you should feel ashamed of, and you should bottle that up and keep it held inside, and to just allow it to sit there and man up and toughen it up. You're gonna fuck, and that's a recipe for you to end up killing yourself. Seriously, that's why so many men nowadays are killing themselves, because we have this shit drilled in our head from when we're kids that men aren't supposed to cry, show emotions, or allow themselves to feel their emotions truly. So we bottle that shit up, and that shit eats us up from the inside until you're either a complete shell of yourself, and you're basically living but dead on the inside, or you eventually fucking kill yourself, or you get hooked on substances, or you get hooked on a hard substance. But like I said, masculinity itself is not toxic. I think it's good to be masculine, absolutely good to be masculine. But it's also just a complete denial of a reality to ignore the fact that, yeah, toxic masculinity is a real thing that negatively affects men and women. And again, it's another thing that makes you insufferable to be around for women. It makes you an insufferable person to deal with. You come off like a weirdo if you just reek of toxic masculinity because you picked up some tips from some gurus on YouTube. You picked up some tips from Andrew Tate. Like, you've been watching a shit ton of Andrew Tate and Fresh and Fit. Like, a lot of these guys who are genuinely just bad people as examples of what, like, masculinity looks like. And that's not what masculinity looks like. It's an example of toxic masculinity and a grand example of what you shouldn't be or who you shouldn't be as a person. So when it comes to being normal, well, It's kind of self-explanatory, but it will be dishonest for me to get on this camera and tell you, oh, just be normal and leave it at that without telling you exactly what that looks like. So be normal. Understand that women are literally still human just like you. That girl who you were so nervous to talk to, who is a 10 out of 10 to you, you're so nervous to talk to her. You may not be nervous to talk to her, but you might be nervous to ask her out on a date, or to maybe ask her to be your girlfriend, or to show interest in her, like in a direct way, in a direct and confident way. You gotta understand, she's a human just like you, probably just as nervous as you are. And where that like nervousness comes from is you feeling like you aren't good enough because you've got her on a pedestal, neglecting the fact that, again, that is still a human being just like you. She's got fears and insecurities too, no matter how attractive she may be. She might share some interests and hobbies with you, some similar interests and hobbies that you share. So if you like anime, you might be surprised to find out that the girl that you view as a 10 out of 10, who you are deathly nervous to ask out on a date, loves anime just as much as you do. Like, you don't have to initiate a conversation with some cringy ass pickup line. Honestly, nowadays, just initiating a conversation with a girl face to face, like that you don't know, like that, will make you stand out. Because dude, I hawk on this in every video because it's true. What is the average person doing when you go out? What do they have in their hand? What do I got in my hand right now? That is what the average person has in their hand whenever you go out. And what they're doing usually is this: face buried in their phone, not paying attention to their surroundings, not really in the moment. They're on their phone. So again, like I said, you don't have to practice cringy ass like pickup lines or even do cringy shit like script or like in your head how the conversation would go. Oh my gosh, that is so fucking weird. It's literally as simple as commenting on something that's happened around you or that's going on around in the general area. It can literally just be you simply walking up. Let's say you see that she's got a beanie on, and you notice the Goku kanji symbol on the beanie. You also happen to be a Dragon Ball fan. You're really into Dragon Ball Z. It's something you watch as you grew up and you still enjoy to this day. A simple conversation can be initiated from just the beanie. There are tons of conversations that can come out of that with just the beanie. You could talk about the beanie itself. You could talk about certain characters in Dragon Ball. There's so many avenues for conversation there where you don't even have to get in the territory of using pickup lines. You can literally just talk about Dragon Ball Z with this girl. She could think to herself, hey, this is a really cool guy. He's into Dragon Ball like I am. Maybe we can exchange Instagrams. I can give him my phone number. I really hope none of y'all niggas still use Snapchat. I really hope you don't. But my overall point there is you just simply having a normal conversation with the girl that you're interested in. She doesn't even have to be a stranger. This could be a girl that you already know that you have interest in, but you haven't talked to yet. It can literally all be so simple by you just overcoming all of this shit that's in your head that's telling you that you have to be like these macho alpha red pill like Andrew Tate type of niggas, and all you gotta do is just be normal. Be fucking normal. Like, remember that she's still a human, may share her interests and hobbies with you, and is likely just as nervous as you are, no matter how attractive she is. You just have her on a pedestal. A simple conversation about something going on in the world or something going on around you in that given moment or that's taking place, or something like that you notice, like I said, that Dragon Ball beanie. You see a girl with the Dragon Ball beanie and you talk about Dragon Ball. That can get you a lot farther than using lame ass pickup lines and pretending to be someone that you know you truly aren't. And lastly, take care of yourself. At the very least, look like you give a shit about yourself. I'm talking at least look groomed, like a nice little cut or a nice hairstyle that fits you. Like if you like growing your hair out, because me personally, I like growing my hair out. That's why I got the dreads. I can get away with a huge fro as long as it's picked out, but I like my hair hanging. Hence is why I got dreads. Hit the gym and Here's what's going to happen when you hit the gym. You're going to build a body that's going to look good and that you're going to feel proud of and feel confident when you look at in the mirror. You're going to feel confident walking around because it's something you worked hard for, and it's not something you can cheat your way to, and it's not something you cheated your way to. It's something you worked hard for. It's something you can show off at the pool, you can show off on Instagram, Tinder, or whatever. You look good when you got your shirt off. And also at that point, you're also in a like pretty small percentage of young men in this country. In a small percentage of young men. Look around at the average person. I'm not trying to fat shame, because I know there are some people who have like disabilities or health issues that genuinely prevent them from being able to work out and improve their bodies, no matter how hard they try. There's some people that genuinely have roadblocks in the way that prevent them from achieving that. However, when you look around and you survey the people who can do that, you're light years ahead of those people. Light years ahead of them. So not only is that going to make you feel more confident, it's going to make you feel better mentally. And when your mental health is in a good state, that's just going to boost your confidence even more and make you a lot. It's going to make you a lot more pleasurable to be around too. Because when your mental health is in a good state, you're in a good mood, you're happy, you're smiling, you're joyful, and it's genuine, and people can see that. Girls can see that. So, like I said, you don't need all these dumbass pill colors. Just be fucking normal. Take care of yourself and be normal. And remember that at the end of the day, that girl that you want, that you're interested in, no matter how beautiful she is, she's probably just as nervous as you are. She's got insecurities and fears. She may have similar interests as you. You don't gotta waste your time pretending to be someone that you aren't, or using cringy ass pickup lines. Just be normal, because either she's feeling you or she's not. And let me tell you this much: you can't force attraction. Either it's there or it's not. And so long as you literally take care of yourself and be normal, you can literally be a 7. Like, you can literally be a 7. Literally, anyone can be a fucking 7. Those are the two things it literally takes: being normal and taking care of yourself. Simple. And something else I want to sprinkle in on taking care of yourself: have some goals. Your goal can literally be to build a nice physique. That could literally be your goal, which I have a course that can help you with that. First link in the description. Shameless plug there. But set some goals that you're working towards, because having goals gives you something more to focus on than what's missing in like your love or your sex life. It gives you something else to focus on. And guess what? You're going to be a lot less desperate when you're more focused on building a nice physique and making more money, or building a nice physique and working on like an independent like music career or something. Like working on something, working on goals, and not having like just getting some pussy, or not having to getting some pussy be your like daily goal and what's on your mind every day. Because if that's what's on your mind every day, that's a different problem for a different video. It's natural, normal, but that shouldn't be the only thing on your mind every day. I hope this video helped you. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell so you make sure you never miss a video. And I'll see you in the next one on Monday. Go do something positive for someone in the world. This